Hello students, very good afternoon. They will join. I continue. So it's almost good afternoon. Today we'll start one very important topic of class 10th, that is life processes. Okay, so life processes. पहले मैं आपको the starting, I'll start from the basic. I'll give you a general idea. Okay, what are the living things and non-living things. See, when we are saying this term life processes, what is processes? Prakriya. Life means for the organisms which are having life in them. The processes which are occurring are called processes. Now here, when we start with the topic, we should have a general idea about what are living and what are non-living. तो ब्रॉडली आप लोग छोटी क्लासेस से पढ़ते हैं, सबको ऑलरेडी मालूम है व्हाट आर लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स, बट एज यू मूव इन द हायर क्लासेस another term which are using for it, that is for the living, that is biotic, and for non living, that is abiotic. Now students, always remember when we are saying this term living, in living what comes? All plants. And when I am saying plants, that means green plants, because only in the green parts of a plant what can occur? Photosynthesis occurs. So living things that will come under the mode of autotrophic nutrition. But when we are saying living, that means all plants, whether they are green or they are non-green, all will come under this category. So living, what are things there? Do remember, all plants, animals, human beings and microorganisms, they come under the category of living things. So in this chapter we will be studying about all the processes of life. Life processes means which are occurring in the living organism. So students, hello. Here you all know that we all need energy to do various work. Without energy, can we live? No. Can we do any work? No, we cannot do any work. So for that, what is there? From where do we get energy? By eating? Yes. That food, it goes inside our body, and what happens there? Along with the digestion, respiration, what we are taking in? Oxygen we are taking in. So the food that get oxidized. तो क्या होता है वहाँ पर? फूड का ऑक्सीडेशन होता है, and what we get energy. So respiration is basically the oxidation of glucose, and what we get energy. So here first of all, plants, animals, human beings, organisms, okay, we are studying about them. Now we'll start with the first very important topic, that is nutrition. So nutrition, it consists of 5 steps. All right, hello, Deepak Sharma, Sam Singh, Marathi Krishna, Yadav. All right, so whatever query you have, you can ask in between. I'll give you afterward all the notes and everything in detail. Today I am just telling you the general concept. All right, so nutrition, as I told you, to get energy, what is required? हमें हर काम के लिए, यहाँ तक even if we are sleeping, we are not doing any work, we are at rest or we are sleeping, जब हम सो रहे हैं तब भी हमारी बॉडी को क्या चाहिए? Even at rest, what we require energy. And from where we get this energy? We get this energy by doing by eating food. Just now I told you the oxidation of food, what is released? Energy is released in the form of ATP. So all these things we'll be doing in detail. First let us start with the nutrition. So the modes of nutrition. First of all, these autotrophic. What it is? Autotrophic. So now students, auto means wherever this term comes, that means on its own. So autotrophic nutrition, it occurs in the all green plants, because these green plants, what will happen? They have chlorophyll in them, and this chlorophyll, it traps the sunlight and it converts the light energy into chemical energy, and the molecule of H2O, it breaks down into H plus and OH minus, and afterward what is formed? Hydrogen and oxygen is formed. So only green plants, only the green parts of the plants where the chlorophyll is present, there what they are capable of? They are capable of autotrophic mode of nutrition. That means they can prepare their own food. वो अपना खाना स्वयं बना सकते हैं, अपना खाना खुद बनाते हैं वो. So such mode of nutrition, that is called as autotrophic mode of nutrition, and these green plants, they are called as autotrophs. Apart from these green plants, no other animal or human beings, they cannot manufacture their own food. They are dependent upon these green plants for their food. So their mode of nutrition is called as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So students, you all know by which process? Tell me, by which process green plants, they manufacture their food? What is the name of the process? You have studied in your junior classes also. What is the name of the process? Quickly tell me. Yes, photosynthesis. What it is? Photosynthesis. Now, photo means light. Synthesis means manufacturing. This photosynthesis has been formed from two words, where photo means light, synthesis means manufacturing, synthesize karna, banana. So when green plants, they are manufacturing their own food in the presence of sunlight, what is the condition must here? Yes, sunlight and chlorophyll. So what will be the equation? What are the two things required? Carbon dioxide plus water. What is formed? Glucose. And what is released? Oxygen gas is formed. So here, what are the conditions for this to take place? Sunlight and chlorophyll. That means, what are the two reactants? What should be present? Water and carbon dioxide. What will be formed? Glucose and oxygen gas will be formed. But for this reaction of photosynthesis to take place, this we can balance 6CO2, 6H2O, okay, that we can do. What are the two conditions required? First is chlorophyll. That means chlorophyll, it is present in one of the cell organelle. You have studied the structure of cell in your previous classes. There are various cell organelles like mitochondria, etc. One of the cell organelle, that is chloroplast, which is present only in the plant cell. It is not present in the animal cell. In this chloroplast, what is present? A green color pigment, that is chlorophyll. And what is the important function of this chlorophyll? It traps the sunlight and converts this light energy into chemical energy. So this chlorophyll, in whichever part of the plant this chlorophyll is present, there only photosynthesis will take place. Alright. What is photosynthesis? Navya is asking. So photosynthesis is the process by which green plants manufacture their own food in the presence of sunlight. They take carbon dioxide, water, and what they give? What is formed? Glucose, that is carbohydrate, and oxygen gas, that is formed. जो प्रोसेस है, जो प्रक्रिया है, ये केवल किसमें होती है? ग्रीन पार्ट्स ऑफ द प्लांट. ग्रीन पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट मीन्स वेयर द क्लोरोफिल इज प्रेजेंट. केवल प्लांट्स के उन्हीं हिस्सों में होगा. आपको पता है, जब आप छोटी क्लासेस से भी ग्रीन, आप एक ट्री बनाते हैं, आप क्या बनाते हैं, उसका जो क्राउन होता है ऊपर का वो आप ग्रीन बनाते हैं, बिकॉज मोस्टली वेयर इट इज प्रेजेंट इन द लीव्स. बट इफ यू सी in some other plants like cactus etc., there the stem is green, so whatever is the green here it will take place. Secondly, sunlight. All right, you know that photosynthesis occurs in the daytime. Why? Because one of the another very important condition for the photosynthesis to take place, that is sunlight. It will only take place the presence during daytime when sun is there. So these are the two essential conditions. If the plant is there but it is non-green, photosynthesis will not take place. Secondly, it is not daytime, means sunlight is not there, then again photosynthesis will not take place. I hope the concept is clear. Apart from the green plants, there are also some cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, etc., where this photosynthesis can take place. So now the second type of nutrition after this, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Alright class, as you know, do only green plants they require energy to do work? No, we human beings and animals, they also require, in fact they require more energy to do various work. Why they require? Can you tell me, students? Can anyone of you tell why animals and human beings they require more energy than these plants? Yes? Can anyone of you tell? Yes, students? All right, I'll tell. Because plants, they are fixed at one place, their roots, you know. That is why they don't have much of the locomotion at the moment. But the human beings and animals, since they cannot manufacture their own food, they don't have chlorophyll in them. If we would have been having chlorophyll, we could also manufacture our own food, but we don't. That is why we are dependent on plants. There are two sources of food for human beings, that is plant source and the animal source. Like milk, eggs, etc. you are getting from animal, then fruits, vegetables, cereal, pulses, etc. from the plants. So our mode of nutrition, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Alright, so heterotrophic mode of nutrition, it includes all the human beings, animals, and also non-green plants. Though they are the plants, but they are not having chlorophyll in them. So it depends upon. Alright, if anyone is having any query, you can ask. Then we'll continue this topic like saprotropic mode of nutrition. Here the organisms, they take their food from the dead. Then parasitic mode, can continue with the topic. Up till here, if you have not understood anything or you have any of the query, then you students can ask from me. Alright. So, as I told you, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and all the living organisms do not have chlorophyll in them. Okay, then their mode of nutrition is called heterotroph. And what they are called? They are called as heterotrophs. This further classify into parasitic mode. Parasitic mode क्या है? जो दूसरों के ऊपर अपना खाना पे निर्भर करते हैं. Understood? For example, there are joe, then lice, then ticks, then cascuta, that is amarbale, etc. They cannot manufacture their food, even though it is a plant, but it is a non-green. That is why it depends on others for manufacturing its own food. Hello students, any query till here? This class? All right. All right. So now I will tell you about this nutrition in details. Nutrition in human beings. All right. Like first of all, unicellular organism. Unicellular organism. Let me give you an example. Amoeba. It is a single cell. Here the single cell is performing all the functions. All right. All the functions. So they have the spatial extensions. That is called as pseudopodia. So what is happening in amoeba? It is having irregular structure. So how it takes its food? Whenever any food particles come close to it, suppose it is a food particle, what it will do? These pseudopodia, okay, these will come closer and they engulf that food item, and thus that food item, it will come inside. This is how it takes its. Now we'll be doing nutrition in human beings, and you know human being is the most advanced, most complex organism. All right. Must have studied the 5 kingdom classification. There in the kingdom Animalia, the highest, that is the kingdom Animalia. What is there? Mammals. And human beings, they come under the category of mammals. They are the most advanced and the most complex form. Hi Chirag. So now here what is happening? We'll study about the mode of nutrition in human being in detail. So nutrition occur in 5 steps. It occurs in 5 steps. Nutrition in human beings, it occurs in 5 steps. That is, first is ingestion. Ingestion means taking in of food. जब तक आप खाना अपने माउथ में नहीं रखेंगे, सबसे पहले क्या करना है? आपको इन करना है, अंदर ले जाना है, इनटेकिंग ऑफ फूड. तो जब तक आप फर्स्ट व्हाट इज द स्टेप? डाइजेशन या कुछ भी होने के लिए, एनर्जी के लिए सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना है? यू हैव टू ड्रिंक और यू हैव टू ईट समथिंग. दैट कम्स अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ फर्स्ट स्टेप, दैट इज इंजेशन, टेकिंग इन. इंजेशन मीन्स taking in of food. So if the question comes, what is the first step of digestion? The first step of digestion is ingestion. Now second, after ingestion, the food that has been taken inside, it has to be digested. Digestion is, see students, one more thing I would like to tell you here. The food that we are eating, that we are taking, our body cannot utilize. Why? Because that food is in the complex form. अंदर क्या है? 5 न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं. आपको पता है हमारे फूड में कौन से 5 न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं? कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, फैट्स, विटामिन्स, मिनरल्स एंड प्रोटीन. But our body cannot directly digest. Directly, they cannot get energy from it. All right. So what is happening here? Digestion. Digestion is basically what? It is converting the complex food material into a simpler form. Complex food into simpler form. So, simpler form of protein is amino acid, then carbohydrate, that is glucose. Alright, like that it is changing it into simpler form. Let me give you an example. When we fall ill or somebody faint, अचानक से किसी को चक्कर आ गया, अब वो क्या हुआ? That person is feeling weak. What will you give to that person? What we give them? Glucose. Why we give them glucose? Is because glucose is the simplest form of carbohydrate. Our body can simplest form of carbohydrate, and our body, what it will do? Can absorb it. The blood, it can absorb it directly, does not need to digest it. Students, complex food into simpler form. For that, there is entire digestive system which is present in our body. Digestive system is there, it is present in our body. First, we will take food into your mouth. I'll explain you with the help of a picture. So you all have studied about the digestive system in the previous classes. You all know the general structure. Next. All right, students. So, as you all can see, the outline of a human. First, as I told you, human being is the most advanced and the most complex form of all the animals, the kingdom animals. First, you can see that here, what is present? What I told you, what is the first step of nutrition? That is ingestion. Ingestion means of food. जब तक आप खाना खाएंगे, you are not taking, आपके अंदर क्या नहीं आएगी, right? So when you are taking in your mouth, that is, बहुत बार होता है, डायरेक्टली तो उसे क्या जाता है, mouth, other part. Your mouth. The mouth you are taking. So the food is going. The picture down food pipe. Tell me what is the another name? Yes. Now, pipe. What is the back here? Pipe. What is the another name? passing through the pharynx, it passes our throat, going down the esophagus, that is the food pipe, by the process of peristalsis. Peristalsis क्या है? जो खाना है, contraction और relaxation होता है वहाँ, waves होती हैं, and by that only. One more very important thing, the digestion of food starts right inside our mouth. Inside our mouth, what is present? Salivary glands. सबसे पहले आप क्या करते हैं? You are taking in food, then you are chewing it with the help of your teeth. You are chewing it, that means you are breaking down into small bits. So you are chewing your food. Now that food, what is happening? You are tasting it with the help of your tongue, your teeth, your tongue, your buccal cavity. All these are involved in it. Now what are there? There are salivary glands which are present. Saliva क्या करता है? हमारे माउथ में आके हमारे फूड सॉफ्टन. Alright? What is present in saliva? Very important enzyme. What is the name of the enzyme? Salivary amylase. What is the another name of this? Ptyalin. Ptyalin also we say. Salivary amylase. What is it? Converting the starch which is present inside our food. Starch क्या है आपका? This polysaccharide, this complex is converting it to maltose. Right? Now what is happening? This salivary amylase which is present inside our saliva. You can see right inside our mouth. What started? Digestion. Starch has already started. Now the food passes through and a bag-like structure shape that is called as stomach. So another important thing you should remember that no digestion. Esophagus में हमारा कोई एंजाइम नहीं, वहाँ पर एसिड में acid and no digestion is like this. Now food goes inside the stomach. Stomach, what is there? Two very important things are there. Gastric juices are there. These gastric juices, they have the enzymes for the digestion. And secondly, the mucus is also present at the lining, so that what is there? Another thing, HCl. So humans, all of you students, you should know that inside humans also acid is the HCl. Yes, acid is present. HCl. Hydrochloric. The name hydrochloric acid. What are the two important functions of this? आपके गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस में क्या है? एंजाइम है, देन HCl है आपका. HCl क्या दो इंपॉर्टेंट काम करता है? भी बैक्टीरियाज आ गए हमारे खाने में, बैक्टीरियाज को. सेकेंडली व्हाट इट विल डू? इट विल मेक द मीडियम ऑफ आवर स्टमक एसिडिक. द मीडियम ऑफ आवर स्टमक एसिडिक. So the enzymes which are present, they work best in the acid. Alright? After that, the food passes into the small intestine. Small intestine, and other enzymes are present. Then it will go into the large intestine. So we will be talking about all this, the entire system, alimentary canal, the digestive glands, how the bile juice is formed, the liver, that is the largest organ, then what is happening in the small intestine, the large intestine, the water and the minerals are absorbed, no digestion is taking place. Then how the food is absorbed with the help of villi, and the last step, that is egestion, the waste material, the undigested, that is not required at all by our body, that is expelled out, that is thrown out of the body. That all we will be doing in the next class. Thank you everyone. God bless you all. You all can ask.